properly. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing great. Thank you. Had my breakfast, ready with all of my tools. Last week we had an incredible show about how to kind of keep yourself secure within the kind of the spiritual world and the psychic self-care that comes with saying no.
Yes.
And
no. I mean, no. I mean, yes. I mean, no.
We should really do a show about yes as well, because a lot of magic has come to me from saying yes as well. But while we were there, at least one person asked to look at our tools, at the magical tools. So I was wondering whether you have anything within reach.
I have plenty of things within reach. I am. Kirsty, our good old producer from the old days, is here with us, as you know, and she's laughing at the question. She's like looking at me surrounded by cars. Do I have any tools?
There's enough. Fabulous. So I think let's just sort of explain the show, explain the channel, and then we will share all our exciting
I might get Kirsty to get me some more bits and bobs. But supermarket sweep. I need a drum. Go.
Yeah. My drum is too far, and I think there's also a lot of spider web, so it's super magical with the spiders. But yeah, you're gonna have to hold the force on drums.
Okay. Morning, Sandy.
Good morning. Hi, Sandy. We've got a few hellos. Mark says, good morning in Ballinlaura. Remember, folks, if you're on YouTube, to hit the like button so that you get alerts when Inbal will be on and doing a show, and when Laura will be on and doing a show.
Thank you.
Grizz, who runs the channel, says, you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content.
Not the cat.
I have no idea what that is. How do you send stars?
I see it on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. I'm not got down with the stars yet, apart from my cat. So that's enough star for me.
Yeah, get her on the screen. She'll be more willing than other people we may have offered the opportunity to.
Oh, I hope everybody, because we've got builders outside. So if you hear any weird noise, I do apologise. There's builders outside, so it might be a bit disruptive. I do, yeah.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, good.
And Nigel is saying, good morning. How are you doing today? Hi, Nigel. So just for anybody watching for the first time, or anybody watching us on different channels, we are now live really across the board. We're on different Facebook channels. We're on multiple YouTube channels. We're even on LinkedIn and Twitch right now live. Yeah, it's true.
It's good.
Feeling suspicious, but you might be listening to us or watching us later on. So we go live, but you can find us all the time. Yes. Nelda is saying, good morning, beautiful ladies.
Good morning. Hello.
And Simeon says, a quick good morning. As I'm at work again, hopefully can watch the second breakfast rerun later on. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine and have a wonderful day.
We have wonderful
horses.
I'm training everybody very well with this. Sending horse emojis, people.
Yeah, you guys want prioritizing. You put some horse emojis and you will be irresistible to Laura. Irresistible. Not discussing my favorite emojis because we.
Oh no, that was then irresistible to Inbal might be.
Yeah, we want to stay on air. We want to stay on screen. So also for those of you that are new, the whole channel, if you're watching on the Bigfoot Outlaw YouTube channel, Bigfoot Outlaw Facebook channel, the Spooky Things Network, or our LinkedIn and Twitch, we go for the weird and wonderful across the board. So on this show, we're Psychics and Witches. There are shows that focus on psychic cold cases, helping to solve crime. We have shows that focus on Bigfoot, like in the name, cryptids, different UFO theories. So if you like weird stuff, you've really come to the right place. Make sure you subscribe so that whenever we put up some esoteric stuff, you'll be first to know about it.
Yes.
That was it. That was my intro.
That was a good spiel, I feel.
Thank you.
Mug. Witchy mug today. Large dose of good
Large
magic.
dose of good magic. Oh.
And we've got eye of frog and toe of newt. No, I wouldn't actually give any animals, real.
No. Vegan frog, vegan toe,
frog,
vegan newt.
Toe. Yeah.
No disrespect to anybody that does culinary variety. But yeah, the majority of witches, when we used to hang around, majority of witches were vegetarian, right? Is that still the case? Like, you probably hang with more people than I do.
Well, the thing is, probably, because it's in Glastonbury where I've been for the last, I'm not there now, but would have been for the last 10 years. Pretty much everyone there is vegan. So, yeah,
right.
but that's not, I guess, that's not a good slice of how everybody's living their lives. But Glastonbury, yeah. Glastonbury's quite a lot of vegan. But yeah, I think it does attract people that are, that are very aware of the life force in all things, and that would make them aware of what they eat as well. It doesn't mean you don't have to be vegetarian or vegan to be a witch, but there's a real awareness, I think, of that. So.
I think there's awareness of within and without as well, because you're very aware of the world that you're living inside and sort of giving respect to all living things, but you're also aware of how important your body is when you talk about magical tools, and how you want to get the most out of the cards you're dealt in order to sort of have the experience. Fruits and vegetables are like a real friend to magic as much as is possible. Nobody needs to sort of hold themselves to impossible standards, but every little step gets you towards being sort of your own best magical tool.
I love that.
Moon Monkey John says, hi, just back from Huddersfield, renovation a house from Monday. Huddersfield, I can see Castle Hill practically from my window. So I hope you enjoyed our sunny, but not warm at all.
Oh, has it not been warm up there? Have you not been?
It's not been warm. It's been sunny, but you kind of leave the house without a jacket, and then you think, why would I do idiotic things like that? Mark says, weird stuff is a new norm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hi, Tor.
It's the old norm as well. Tor says hello. And Nilda says, can we ask questions on this podcast? Shall we do questions?
Yeah, we can do questions. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Send them in, Nilda. Don't be shy. Tor says it's warm in that London. Yeah. Is it warm there, Laura?
It has been this week. It's not cold, but I mean, I was out on our castle mound of the day with a t-shirt on and just sitting there and really warm. And I think I went for a walk and I think I felt the sun on my face. I came back and I went, I feel weird. I was like, no, you can't have caught the sun in March. That's ridiculous.
Did your skin put you on high alert?
It did. It was like, whoa, this is not mist and rain.
John says I was in Golkar, if that helps. Just the fact that I can pronounce it correctly. It's Golkar, not Golkar. As I said incorrectly, Golkar. Golkar is over there. I'm in Meltham. Keep it kind of quiet, but kind of in Meltham. Mark says, good morning, Tori. You're not on this one. I can't see you, but hey, mister.
Aww.
And Andrew says, hello, my beautiful spiritual sisters and family.
Yeah.
So,
morning,
everybody. Would you like us to share some of our magical tools with you? What's your favorite magical tool, Laura?
Oh. That's like having, because tell me, I'm ready to go. I was like,
which is your favorite cat?
I tell you, just pick up anything and I'll tell you a story about it. That's a good idea. Just pick up anything, because you can't say what's your favorite. It's like your favorite cat. Just grab anything and I'll tell a story about it. Oh, good. Oh, it's coming.
What is she bringing you?
What is supermarket sweep? dragon staff.
Ooh, that is the coolest thing I've seen in my whole life. That's it. The coolest by far.
Well chosen, dragon staff.
So let me put you full screen. This is just so incredible.
There we go. There's so he's a lovely wooden dragon, and he's, you know, you can see his energy. He's got quite a character, quite a cheeky character actually. So height wise, obviously, if you're standing up, he's up kind of. I'm quite short. He's near your head, but he's my magical. I've got a few magical staffs. I think that's a really good choice, Kirsty, actually, because I think magical staffs, as I've got older, have been really a powerful thing when I'm going to do talks, when I'm leading rituals, when I'm holding space, or when I'm connecting with a place. I like to use a staff because it really connects you with the earth, and it kind of keeps you in a place of alignment, as above, so below. So I usually work with a staff. And it's just nice to, you know, if you're doing a talk or workshop, holding a staff makes you feel like you know what you're talking about. It's a talking stick. It reminds you of like you're here with the, oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I've got a stick.
That stick says authority. Is
a stick of authority.
Says. Who's in charge here? The lady with the stick. Why are you asking the same questions? What do you think? Exactly. Can you not see who is holding big stick?
I've got big stick energy. Oh man! Oh dear!
Fabulous.
He's embarrassed by my talk, and he's going to be taken away.
Oh, is she taking it?
She's taking it away. But yeah, I've got different staffs. I love staffs. I've got about one here, one, two. I've got three staffs, and they're all got different purposes. Some of the personal magic for going out and connecting with the land, but a lot of them I've got teachy stick and dragon stick, and they come up in different times when you're often doing a talk, doing a workshop, holding space. It helps you. For me, it helps me kind of connect into that power. So show me your tools. Show me your tools.
Oh, I love that so much. So I only have one staff that was a gorgeous handgun, and I actually have it hiding in because it's such a weapon, and I have children here, so I have that hiding in the wardrobe. anyone burgling, that's where the miniature sword and the staff are. They're in the wardrobe.
Amazing.
But I'm gonna pull again. I can't have a favorite. I'm gonna pull my wand. Actually surprised myself by pulling that, because I thought it would be the Athame, but
I've missed that wand.
I know, I love it so much. I don't even know where my posh wand that I got present, I don't even know where that is. So this is a wand that I made more than 20 years ago. I don't know exactly what tree it is. I'm not good at knowing all the trees. But I know that I found the branch, stripped the branch, oiled it, filed it, and gave it like a little, it doesn't have a foot. It would have been cute if it was a foot, but gave it like a little angle. And then I wrapped silver around the bottom so that it's my disco wand. And it looks as if I also used it to do fiery things. But this is my wand for casting circles, indoors and outdoors. So in Wiccan thought, you're not really supposed to cast circles with metal outdoors, because it is said to be impolite to the fairy folk and whoever is outdoors. So you're always safe with a wand. Indoors, I do go for the Athame very, very often, because I kind of find its energy pointier. So, so you want to make like a fine...
That's the official term.
Yeah. But I love this so much. It's not even straight. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's so aligned with me. It's doing its best, but it's just, but it's not entirely there. And it is
solid. It's overrated.
And, it looks cute and harmless, but it is dangerous. And I feel like I really, You
talking about yourself or the stick? I'm not quite sure.
There we go. So this is my one wand. I'm looking around because I've got everything in the same box, exactly the opposite to you. You've got everything.
I'm glad I've got a Kirsty today because I can send her on a supermarket sweep. Okay, pick anything you like. See a shiny thing or anything and bring it over, whatever you fancy. I love this.
Doesn't
I feel like
have to be shiny. Doesn't have to be shiny
anymore. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh,
good choices. Making good choices. So it's a little portable rattle.
Oh,
and it's got a horse shaman painted on it. I don't know if you can see.
Wow. Oh, I just got that. Yeah, amazing.
So I'm just trying to block the light out so you can easily see. So our friend Susie painted it. So it's an antlered top. I often wear it when I'm out and about, and I look like I'm carrying a bit of a lethal weapon. If you're out on the hills or doing, it's portable ritual wear. You can kind of work with the rattle. I love rattles. I think they're I think it's probably the first. I think drums and rattles are so ancient. Like obviously we had them when we were very little, but also in our sort of ancestral line, they're probably the first things that we have to connect us, to soothe us, to kind of calm us, to create sacred space. So having a rattle, I think, always is just wonderful to connect and to do journeys with. And having this, you can have this around your neck. Yes, if you fall over, you might stab yourself with the antler. Is part of the dangers. I'm always happy to take that risk. But I love it. My friend bought it me for my birthday last year, and I was like, horsey shaman antler rattle necklace.
Wow.
Thank you. You ticked all the boxes there.
That's so gorgeous. And we talked about sort of using sound in magic last week. And this is sound and magic. And just like the wand or the ethemi, or the big sword or the big branch are all used to direct energy. In a way, having a rattle or a bell they're also used as a direction to direct energy. I'll tell you a really funny thing. So my bestie from when I was growing up, one time when I was visiting, she was wearing a long necklace with like a metal, not exactly a rattle. It's, when you shake those meditation bowls and they go, so she had something like that in like a drop shape, and she was pregnant at the time. And she said that the belief is that it's just sort of, it's good for the baby. It encourages like the vibration, encourages, I don't know, something. And that she used to wear it like very low around her neck. So it encourages the baby to kind of follow the sound and go there. Now, she worked in a nursery with infants. She was like, you have no idea what it's like to wear this 8 hours a day with ages 1 to 3 grabbing at it. But I thought that was such nice sound magic that's really sort of incorporated into the very kind of base building blocks of being mammals. I love that so much.
Well, I love that as well. I think my friend Jen, and she's, we always all take her to events where I'm doing drumming. She's always a bit like, not really bothered, but fine. But when she was pregnant, suddenly she could tell the baby loved it. She was quite heavily pregnant at the time, and she's like, oh, now there's something different now. She felt it because the baby was like, oh, I love this. So she was always a bit like, yeah, it's fine. But when little Boo was in there, she felt that he was like, oh, I like that. It's so sweet.
Yeah. Oh, that is amazing, because the little ears kick in at like, I don't know, quite early, like 16 to 21 weeks. They can start sort of hearing things. So we've got sound magic with a rattle. I do not think I have sound magic here, but I'm going to leave the ethemi for a little bit later because I just love incense so much. I love incense. Now, I'm no snob. I will use the cone incense. They're both the same fragrance. I don't care. I love it so much.
Absolutely. I love the cone incense too.
Yeah, love my stick incense. But more than anything, my favorite is my censer of incense. It's the only censer I ever had. I got it in in like a wholesale. I don't even know why they let people sort of walk in and sort of just buy independent individual things. But I bought in the wholesalers. If I show you the lid, I think you might be alarmed at how clean and neat it could have been if it wasn't used as often as it is. Oh, okay, lid is not here. Where are you, lid? Okay, no. I did found some sound magic. I have a bell in the box.
Nice.
There we go. So this is the lid that
yeah.
I almost never ever use. You'll have seen the lid because we've done TV stuff together. This is like the TV lid. Apart from
lid.
apart from TV stuff, it lives here. Goodbye. So the sensor of incense is kind of hollow on the inside. You use it with charcoal discs that you get for those of you new to it. You get them in shisha shops. You light the charcoal, ideally 2. But if you light one and put it together, when it's touching the other one, they'll kind of spark each other. And you use it with loose incense that I love so much. There's something about the loose incense.
I do too.
Right? It speaks to my Sagittarius moon. I feel like it's chaotic. You'll take a pinch of it and it might be like all lavender. You'll take another pinch and it would be like 50-50. So this is local to you, isn't it?
Star Child. I've got some Star Child here as well. There we go.
Yeah. Which one have you got there? Solstice?
No, it's not the winter solstice. That'd be totally unseasonable. It's the winter solstice.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And I've got Eden. This is from the Sons of Asgard, also in Glastonbury. That's Eden, the goddess. That's a lovely one as well. But actually, the winter solstice one is empty. So, it just smells lovely though. Oh, even the bottle smells lovely.
I bought myself these for Christmas from husband and handed them to him same day. I was like, wrap it in, put it under the tree. So also winter solstice in a way, and forgot all about them. Can you imagine how thrilled I was? I was like, ooh, what is that? So this one is protection, and it's got the sun and Jupiter on it.
Yeah.
And this one is Hecate, and it's got the moon and Saturn, almost opposite. But I found them in Affleck's in Manchester.
Oh,
it's like a whole, so cool. It's like a whole emporium of like alternative shops, goth shops. For some reason, gaming stuff has now got into the alternative sphere. And I sat there sniffing all of them. Look at this. Look at the inside.
I know. I can smell it from here. You know, it's so lovely. And I've got because of I've got rented accommodation. There's fire alarms everywhere, and so the charcoal was a no-no. And I even love the smell of the charcoal because it reminds me of ritual. You light that charcoal,
crackle.
But we can't have it in here. But then in the Sons of Asgard in Glastonbury, they made these burners where you do put foil, so it looks like you're doing drugs. You put foil on the top of the gauze, and you put the candle in, and you can put the loose on it, and it doesn't make smoke. It's just absolute heaven. I can use that again because it's a bit sad, how much we love that loose incense. But there was you just get a gauze, like a little grill gauze. I put it so it doesn't go through it, and then you can just have it without the smoke. It's just it's a dream. It's a dream.
I love the idea so much because I do my magic very, very late at night. So I have to sort of leave the door between me and the fire alarm closed. But sooner or later, I will have to go through that door. So I've got to wait until all the smoke kind of dissipates. Looks
the smoke's lovely though, isn't it? Having the smoke itself is quite part of it, but it's nice to have a compromise if you're in a fire alarm heavy environment or shared house where you're waking people up.
I really think we can't state it enough. Nobody needs all the stuff. Nobody needs to do all the stuff. It's you do what you can. You do what suits you. You do what's right in the environment that suits you. And in a way, that is why I was sort of really fantasizing about having our friend in the show with, because our friend who's with Laura now travels a lot. And she is also a witch. So if you just ask her, like, does she take anything with her, or is all the work just spiritual?
She can hear you, so
I used to take cards with me.
can you hear? Can you hear, or shall I say it again?
Yeah,
You can hear.
No,
I
you're
used
well.
to take cards with me, but this time when I travelled, I didn't, and it would just end up that I'd end up staying with someone that had crystals, and they'd gift me them, or they had things that they made stuff with runes. So like I just ended up coming across places, or there was like a little water fountain thing that became my altar, and
I love that.
it just kept happening that things crossed my path. I'd make things with whatever I had, and I'd meet the right people that could help me to still carry on my practice.
Did you hear that? Okay, because that was lovely.
Absolutely. Hasn't she got the most beautiful voice?
Yes. Our Kirsty's got the most beautiful voice. Yes.
Gorgeous
That's a lovely
voice.
way of thinking about it. Traveling and being open to receiving the things that you need is, I think, is wonderful, isn't it? Well, you know, that's just knowing or hoping that the land or the people will share something with you. It's just really nice.
Yes. Amazing. Let's take a little break just to go through all that. To go through
I was
all the
getting into the
messages
zone of
coming in.
like, come on, find more toys.
Yeah. We'll just go through the messages, and then we'll go back to sharing all the fun stuff. What have we got here? Tora was wanting a few general cards. I'm going to put that on the side, and we'll do them in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. We'll do it maybe, yeah. Do a group together.
Tora says, hey, Mark. Mark says, I hear witches love broomsticks. Yeah. Oh, actually, my broomstick is there. I mean, as a witch, I know bits, although I use mine for cleaning my area, which I use for celebrating and casting, although I've not cast in ages. Actually, Mark, you tell us, because obviously you had to travel without any of your stuff at kind of short notice. Tora's had to travel with very little of his stuff at quite short notice. We would love to know what everybody does in a pinch when you don't have all your things around you.
It's quite funny because I often travel with this. It's like my little magical totem. You know, I have this antler with the rings on it. And I've flown with it a couple of times, and then one time when I was flying, the guy was like, "Oh, it's a weapon. Oh, it's a weapon." He got really and I was like, "It's not a weapon." Ah! And then I was going to miss my flight because he's like, I want to call my manager. And I was like, thankfully, when the manager came out, he was this big ginger Viking dude, and I was like, there's hope. And he was like he went to me, that's not going to hurt anyone, is it? I went, no. And he went, that's safe, isn't it? I went, it's very safe. We kind of went, and he won't let me go. And I was like, and also it wouldn't. But also then I just checked my handbag, and accidentally there was 2 lighters in there that no one noticed. And I was like, you didn't notice I was traveling with lighters by accident, but this was apparently the disaster of the flight to Newcastle.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. You weren't even leaving the country.
I wasn't even leaving I was just going to see my mom. And this apparently almost stopped the flight. I was like, oh, it's a weapon. I was like, when the Viking manager came out, I went, I think I'm safe. I think he's going to get it. I was just like,
we once had kids magazine confiscated because it came with a little toy gun inside. It was literally like a kids magazine. It was still in the plastic, because I was saying to the kids, don't open it until we get on the flight, so that we make sure, so that because they know that Bauer publishers don't also sell, weapons. But yeah, wow. It is fun. Well done for getting it on the plane. If that doesn't prove that magic is real, I don't know what will.
Something a Viking manager from Bristol Airport was I was like, oh, I think I'm okay now.
Fabulous. I'll bet you his mum wears one. Mark's loving that. Moon Moggy John says, oh my God, thought I was having a break for my 4 cats in Golka. Cat calling, never seen before, outside my window at night. Till I gave him some sardines.
You're going to set a new precedent in Golka, aren't you? This is like sardines. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in Golka, the cats generally have to live on cigarettes, so you've really spoiled them. It's not true. Golka is gorgeous. It just sounded really funny. Lucienne is saying hello, beautiful ladies.
Hello, Lucienne. Good to see you, beautiful. Yeah.
Mark says it looks like a birch tree branch to me, the color and the way it bends slightly. I think it's very, very possible. what it was. Are there birches that are not silver birches?
Yeah, they're they're sort of
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was. Moon Moggy John says, "Love my knives too. Got small silver sickle in roe deer."
Nice. That sounds very good.
Yeah. We're gonna now. I know you come to Golka, you bring sickle silver, and then it may maybe disappear. Nilda says, I saw a candle go in flames, but the colors were light blue, yellow, and pink. What does that mean? Oh, we'll do. Yeah, amazing. We'll do questions in a little bit. Very good. Can't wear a necklace with a cross. They break all the time. Also very good. We're going to put that on the side. Such a good conversation. Lucien, who's now going to be my best friend, says, I blend my own loose incense.
Yes. That's lovely.
I
love like all the different witchy powers everyone has. Like everyone's got their little area that they just go, oh, this is it. And that it's like, and I love that because that is not my area, but I love to watch it go, ooh.
I think it's fabulous because if you don't have a knack for it and you try to like blend loose incense, it'll be either too smoky or it might not smell of anything. You need to have like a knack for it, which not everyone does. We've all sort of, where is it? Did I get rid of it? I had like a bag of, I think, chamomile flowers, and I was like, oh, what a great idea. Terrible idea. Very, very bad. As far as I do so,
yourself, by the way.
Not a good one. Oh, is she?
He's laughing.
We'll try anything once.
Oh dear. Right.
Mark says, I recall that which you have from that Channel 4 TV show in that lady's office. That's an age ago, maybe 20 years ago now. I think, it's coming up to 20 years. At the very
and like you say about having witchy things, like, and we've been doing this for 20 or 30 years. So it's like these are things we've got over. So it's not like, have all the things. You need all the things. Like these are things that we use, like you said, we use a lot of the same things we used at the beginning. It's not like we're always buying new things. And
exactly, I think most of the things here are either old or presents.
Yay!
Or or stuff that I made, or stuff that I decorated, or stuff that I think perhaps took from my mom's home unnoticed and decorated as if it is my own.
I think someone wants to come on. I think there's a tool that wants to be shown.
He's got let's do that.
Presence. It's Loki, the drum.
Oh, look at that.
He loves the ladies. He loves being out in public. He loves nothing more than me taking him to a workshop. So when he's stuck in my house, he gets really bored. He just starts squeaking on the woods, like he just starts squeaking. So yeah, he's quite alive. He was made for me. He used to be a bit warmer to play properly, but he was made for me. And he was made on April the 10th. It was actually made on my birthday. I painted him at a full moon in February a few years ago, and it was he's got quite a vibe. He's like, but he loves the ladies. Yeah. That is
how amazing.
But him and my cat drum don't get on. There's quite a lot of fights, so they're in different rooms.
Yeah. A full moon in February would very likely be the Chinese New Year.
Yes, it would have been around then, yeah. And because we're in this environment, I don't know anything really about aliens. It's not my area of expertise. But the night I started painting around that time, I had an experience I can only count as alien in the back garden in Mere. So it was, he's got a really full-on strange energy. So I kind of think the whole time was a little bit of a pokey area that created quite a live being.
Yeah. Oh, it's fabulous. And it's my favorite rune there on his
Me too, Algie's divine protection. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it looks like a person does when they're, invoking.
Exactly, it has like a bird in flight or a bird foot, or like it's like that Valkyrie or that kind of higher help protection calling out. So.
Oh, that is beautiful.
He's happy. He's like, oh yes, I'm on my little TV program. I'm very happy now. Thank you.
And very, very fittingly, Nilda says, I would love to learn more about sound magic. Yeah, we can do a whole show on that. Yeah.
That'll be next week. Let's do that next time. Let's do a show on that.
Yeah, completely different time. Spawn says, hello, everyone. Blessings of love and light to you all. And look what Nilda says. She says, as you girls are talking, my top chakra over my head is open. It's flowing. Hi.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Nilda. That's lovely.
Mark says that may be useful for me because I can't have smoke around Ember, his little birdie.
Yeah.
It affects their respiratory system.
You see like a little gauze thing on a sort of a normal burner. And you put a candle, like you have an oil burner, but it's a hole and there's some gauze, and then you just put it on there so that it's like the heat goes up through that and burns it. So it's really helpful if you can find one of those. They do them in Glastonbury, they probably do them elsewhere as well. Maybe just look for smokeless.
Is the gauze like from camping stores?
Probably is, actually. You could probably make your own one of these if you haven't got them in the area, because there's not like a lot of oil ones have the ceramic bit. There's not that ceramic bit. You just got a hole in the gauze, but the candle goes underneath, and then you put on the loose incense on top, and it smells beautiful.
Yeah, you might even be able to make your own. You know, when I mean, obviously, I'm a huge non-smoker, but I used to hang around in shisha bars before the smoking bans. And by hang around, I don't mean anything dodgy. I literally sort of sit there like one would sit in a coffee shop.
Yes.
When people do the shisha, they will put like a silver foil and make holes in it. So it's, it's exactly like what you're describing. Yeah, so you just kind of pierce it yourself. Yeah, welcome.
Lucien says hello, Kirsty.
Yeah. Her voice is giving me life.
You killed her again.
Your voice gives me life.
You're giving her life. You're giving her the life.
Over 20 years of laughing.
Over 20 years of laughing.
Oh,
so hilarious.
Got back with an answer to the question of what magical tools do you use if you've got if you find yourself without your stuff. And he says, I work with water and scrying a lot, thankfully. So the sink and the shower are my magical friends at the moment.
Yeah, completely.
And Mark has got some advice for us, saying I always travel with at least my tarot with me, so I use them as a last resort because they can relate to certain bits. Very, very true. I also have bits I have on me, such as my necklace, which I use as mid-altar.
Yeah,
amazing. Again, could do a whole show about using the tarot or cards or oracle cards as magical tools.
Yeah, agreed.
But not today, because we're not staying on screen for 30 hours in a go.
Less luck for you guys. We're not staying on screen for 30 hours.
Yes, tragedy. John says, I don't have a broom, travel just with my Freya pendant.
Yeah. I don't have a broom at the moment either. I used to have brooms outside, but I don't have any at the moment. But I've got a Hoover.
I've got, well, that's already a huge improvement. But I've got my same broom. Again, I've only ever had one broom. Oh no, that's not really true. I used to have like a little Halloween broom, like a very flimsy Halloween broom on my wall. And then in I think 2005, 2006, we visited the Witchcraft Museum, and husband bought me, it wasn't a husband yet, man bought me a broom, which is still our broom that is always there.
Oh, you guys. Yeah. Oh, hi, Lady Thistle. That's so nice. Lady Thistle. Like people, and I've bought some beautiful brooms. There's a woman that comes. I think I can't remember her name. I have to put. She comes. She's probably from London, but she comes. I think it's a hat and henna lady. I think that's her name. And the brooms she makes are phenomenal. The different themed brooms, like and it was a friend's hand fashion that I was doing, and we all pitched together and bought this like ivy wrapped around broom with these colours, and it was just stunning. So it's good for other people. I just haven't actually got one myself.
It's I sort of came into the craft via Wicca. I didn't come into the craft, come into Wicca, where you have sort of very specific tools that you're supposed to have, because it's like traditional in that. I've never had a white handle knife. I've never found one that I liked. And and I've always managed without. Now I would still love to have one. If I find one that I adore, I would still love to have one. But until I do, so far 30 years I'm managing fine without.
Nice.
So I've got one. So I sent as a push. Okay, so where is it? I went, oh, where is it? It's in. So it might be in the cupboard bit.
Yeah, I think that the W questions are a challenge. Where is it?
Yeah.
Why is it there?
I can explain what it is. It's a flint knife with like an antlered but a white antler handle. It's made for me,
Ooh.
but it might not be in there. So it might be totally leading on a wild fairy goose chase. Yeah, I had a couple. I gave a reading to Will. I forgot his name. He's a prehistoric. He like lives in. He has a prehistoric hut. He does workshops. I don't know why my brain's forgotten his surname, but and I did a reading for him, and he did an exchange, and he made me these 2 knives as an exchange, and one was no, that's my thumb. We can have that out. It was one was a flint knife with a white one, and one was a flint with a black one, and it was really like it was like the black one was definitely like if you're in any trouble, any problems happen, that was the knife you go to because that was like that will clear it.
Yeah,
don't worry.
And it was the fact that it was made especially for you.
Yeah, he meant to make me one, but then they both came out and he went, you have to have both of them, and I was like, I will not say no. That's
yeah. That's a
But
yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Can't find them. It's my fault. I don't know where I put them. Somewhere special. I probably put them somewhere safe. Always the worst thing.
Yeah. Ladybird has got a question, so I'm going to put you to the side and we're going to get to the question. Tor says, and my triquetra chain as a pendulum. Yeah, very good, very good. In a pinch, there's always options. Ladybird sent a little wolfy heart. I know. Oh, do you want to see it? Were you looking away? There you go. Look.
Oh, thank you, Ladybird. It's so pretty. But Loki's happy.
Left my crystals in the local stream. Hopefully they're being cleansed and charged up under the new moon and planetary parade. Hopefully.
Hope no one's nicked them. I'm joking.
Yeah, sounds like you live somewhere really safe.
Yeah. I will stop sharing, but I was incredible. This one. It's not the one we talked about.
Ooh.
But I made this one at like a workshop where you make a Bronze Age knife.
And
I made it an imulk, and it was one random imulk here where it actually snowed. So I came out of the forge and I threw it into the snow straight afterwards, and I was like, yes! I have done the thing.
Amazing. And it's another February thing for you because you were saying there was...
I love Feb. I love imulk. I love that time. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the start of nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go. So Ladybird is sharing how to get the magic done when you're not like surrounded by tools. Says, I'm a Pisces and use water as a cleansing tool all the time and always have crystals with me. I bring and ancestors. Amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ladybird Starseed.
And
yeah,
Lucienne says the henna and hat lady, friend of mine. She lives quite close.
Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? Yeah, she makes amazing things. Thank you. Hey.
Oh, that's nice. And Nilda says, if there's time, could you girls end the podcast with sound magic?
We are sound magic. I'm joking.
Exactly. No. I suppose we could sort of go out on a bell and a drum.
Yeah, drumming.
Yeah,
and get the rattles, and we've got a few more minutes left, and then we can get Kirsty to get.
Yeah, we'll end. I think it'll be a nice way to go out, and of course, the music that you hear at the end is your music from your friend.
Yeah, with the lovely Rosie the dragon.
Yeah. So that in itself is sound magic. Anything is magic if you want it to be. So any sound is sound magic if you want it to be. Let's do like one more tool each, and then we've got about 5 questions.
I got carried away, so I think you got 2 to go because I think I kept showing tools.
It's okay. I wasn't counting, so it doesn't really matter. Right. Do you know, I'm going to go with something I think a little out of left field. I'm going to leave the Athame here. I'm going to leave the bell here. I really think that when you get ready for like magic and ritual, if you do a little something that makes you feel like you look the part, then
Ooh,
it
yeah.
really helps with the mindset. And at the end of the day, magic is, you know, a lot of mindset. So I've
Oh,
always loved
they
headdresses.
suit you so well. The flower headbands, they suit you so
You.
well.
I love a headdress. If I'm out, I'll weave ivy to make my own headdress. So, you know, so this one is for looking like fully witchy. This one I feel is a little bit more
Oh, goodness.
fancy. And it's got a little
That's so
bell on it.
pretty.
My name is connected with
Oh,
bells. So I love bells. But I think when you approach a ritual, if you do a little something, if it's a spritz of fragrance, or if it's like the, you know,
yeah.
special bracelet that you wear, then that makes you more of the magical tool. You know, you look in the mirror, you turn towards a window, and what you see there is, you know, a magical being. I feel
Yeah.
like that really sort of
That
moves
helps.
things forward for the magic itself. On the one hand, you could
Agree.
think of it as shallow, but on another hand,
No,
because the
no.
magic is really sort of in your soul, then anything that puts you there is, you know, is a step in the right direction. So I
I
thought I'd go with
completely
that one.
agree. I love that. And I think Dion Fortune talks about that, and we talked about her last week, weren't we, as well? In like, I think it's
Yeah.
in Moon Magic, or yeah, about the magical persona and like those certain things you put on. And if you use them for ritual every time, then when you put them on, they're going to hold the energy of all the rituals you've been in. So it reminds you of that power. I love that. I definitely love that. I was telling Kirsty before we started that Star comes in about 45, 50 minutes and starts complaining. On the dot, 50 minutes, she's come in and start going, excuse me.
I begging your pardon.
But yes, we should get some. Sorry, do you want to do another one? Because I did. I'm happy to share more, but I know I did 2 in a row. So
Do you know, you we'll never finish, and I do want to sort of get the
yeah,
questions done.
let's just get some
So
questions done.
yeah, so we'll do another one similar to this with different tools before too long. Quickly, Spawn says on the subject of aliens, Mr. BB333 put a video up yesterday of this very strange purple light craft caught on camera. Not seen anything
Ooh.
like it before. Very strange things going on in our skies. Not just in our skies, also on our Earth. Lots of
Yeah,
strange
as well.
Yeah.
Very strange. Yes.
Lucienne says, you would have loved the headdresses I used to make in my last
They are
business
gorgeous.
venture.
Yeah, I've got one, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
I do. This one was made for me by a friend who no longer speaks to me, so I shan't raise her name. And this one was made for me by my old high priestess, who's not,
Oh,
you know, who's not like a toolmaker by trade. So it was a really special thing for me to hold on to. But yeah, let's do the questions. So we've got a question from Tor, a couple of interpretations from Nilda, and then a question from Ladybird, Starseed, and Lady Thistle. And that's all we're going to have time for. So let's bash through them. So Tor says, may I have a few general cards, please? So much change at the moment.
there is indeed. There is indeed.
See.
Of course you can, Tor. Okay, some cards for Tor. Ah, cool. Get
I
overhead
can
cam.
totally see in your face that you've got some horrifying cards and that you're waiting for me to go first. I'll go first.
No, I've got some lovely ones. Yeah, I've got lovely
good.
ones. And the beginning one, but you do want to go first? I don't mind either way.
I'll go first because mine are a little bit horrifying. So I feel like, you know, I'll go in and then you'll come in with the plasters and the, you know, glass of wine. So Tor, it says at the moment, everything, I'm hiding the last one. Things are falling apart. Things are falling apart emotionally. Things are falling apart in business. They're falling apart in a way that A, you can absolutely contain and handle, and B, they're falling apart because you're shedding the skin, which is what you are supposed to do now anyway. It's exactly what needed to happen. You needed to shed everything so that the new you is all new and all shiny.
Yeah, and on that, no, you got the 7 of Cups. I got the 7 of Cups as well.
Ooh.
So, team 7 of Cups for that feeling of, emotionally. That's the emotional vomiting vibes. The confusion, and again, it's that we're in the water sign at the moment where the emotions just feel really churned up. But the 7 of Cups is it's the only card I've actually got, because obviously you've already had a bit of the story. That's that side of the story. The rest of the story is look at this. So after the Death card, what you're going to have, the Fool. This is you jumping. So like Imba was saying, like everything that's going is out of the washing machine. It's going. It's meant to go. So trying to hold on to it is only going to prolong the 7 of Cups moments and 7 of Pentacles moments. But embracing the unknown and going, F it, I'm meant to obviously be taking that leap of faith right now. I know it's terrifying. It's easy for me to say it, but we all have to do it as well. And it just gives you that feeling of freedom. And what do you get the other side of it? The 7 of Wands. So we have all the seven, not all of them, most of them, 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands, which is the victory, which means you have everything in you need to succeed. But you have to be really following the passion that you really want to follow. I think you're not going to hold this flame up if it's a kind of a half passion. It was like, oh, I could do this. Then the fire's going to go out. If you believe with all your heart and soul what you want and what you're doing, there's not going to be a person in the world that'll be able to turn you back. So I think it's a realigning time as well. There's a lot of clutter being cleared out, but it's like something will light up. It will make you feel strong. And when you do feel that, you're going to be unstoppable.
Amazing. I love that. I really hope that makes lots and lots of sense. Jumping forward to Nilda. So I'm going to read the questions together because they're more like interpretation, less for a reading. So initially she says, I saw a candle go in flames, but the colors were light blue, yellow, and pink. Eurovision colors. What does that mean? What's my energy? I pick up on everything. I need protection. Thanks, my loves. Sorry, more than one question. So I'm adding to that, saying I can't wear a necklace with a cross. They break all the time. Why? And it's the same question, really, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. And again, if you have things that are protecting you, they are going to break when they have too much energy in them. So it's like, it's cleansing things maybe a lot, or having something else that you're working with that might be less precious to you maybe, but as your protection, because I always find that when there is something you need to be protecting from, something's going to break. Like if you are or it carries a lot, or you're taking a lot, or you're hitting a lot of issues, that necklace is taking it and it's going, oh, that's it now. So it is doing that clearing for you. That's my interpretation. That's not necessarily what you would say, but it's how I would say it. What would you say about it?
No, exactly the same. So I feel like it happens with crystals a lot, and when a crystal breaks, or when a crystal jewel breaks, then it's just a matter of saying thank you for whatever it is that you took for me. Thank you for taking a bullet for me. And with crystals, really, you can cleanse and reuse the smaller parts, or you can return it to the earth. I think if you're talking about like metal jewelry, you could probably like donate maker or have it like redone in a different way. So, and then
or the
colors light blue, yellow, and pink are very like the middle chakras, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I think the light blue is also like that communication. Maybe there's something there, maybe about expressing and releasing with you as well. And so she says she coughing, so maybe there's something in there that's right, because I'm just suddenly getting a cough in my throat. There's something that's maybe stuck and needs to be released. And the yellow is having the confidence to do that, and the pink is to trust yourself. So maybe that helps the protection as well. When we often hold too much, we feel we're attracting more of the same. So it's actually maybe expressing or releasing something is necessary at the moment. Just an idea. Again, you can do that through cleansing, or through actually just talking about sound healing. When you sing, or when you kind of move, or when you make that sound, you are releasing, you're letting go of something. That could be something you could be wanting to shift as well. What would you say?
And I think I would go with like the physicality of it. So it's from this chakra to this chakra. So it's your middle. And then as Laura was talking about it, she was coughing. I think there might be something literally in your lungs. See if there's anything that can be done for you to sort of cleanse your breathing. Are you a smoker? Are you living in a polluted area? Is there something that you can do so that the air that you breathe is better for you? Maybe a purifier in the house. Could it be that you need an inhaler? It could be that all the energies that you're absorbing are also taking their toll on you. And then when you deal with the physical body, that also in turn, as a knock-on effect, helps heal your ethereal body. The two work in tandem. So yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I like that. Thank you.
So we've got Ladybird Starseed saying, "Good morning, ladies. I'm currently traveling in Costa Rica.
Oh, nice.
Why I am in Yorkshire. I would love a message from my guides, please. I'm going to Tortuga Island today, and I'm hoping to see dolphins."
What?
I know. I feel like neither of us are sort of really envious beings by nature, but this is probably like the most jealous that I can be.
I think it's when my little horsey friend's not in today with her horse sanctuary. I think that's when I'm a bit like, oh, I want to be there with your horse sanctuary.
Yeah, no, for me, dolphins for sure.
But also I'd like to be in the warm with the dolphins. That would be also all of it, basically. Hey, right then. Okay, then a message from your guides. Okay, I've drawn to actually doing one tarot and one dragon card actually for you.
Oh, what a great idea!
Sorry about the snivels. I don't know why I'm sniveling. Sorry, I apologise for my sniffs. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. Should I go first? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got the Ace of Wands. It's very volcanic. There's a volcanic island, Costa Rica. But actually, I think it's the energy spot there. I think it's the energy there that is bringing something out really positive in you. I think it's something in that space is allowing you to have a fresh start. It's allowing something to rise within you. And it feels very creative. It feels very passionate. So it feels like something is coming through for you that's helping you see a new start now. And I really love it. There's a sense of victory, excitement, and passion that maybe it's come through a time of hardship. I don't think it's been an easy journey. But I feel like something is shedding the light on things today, and there's guidance, there's relief, there's energy, there's light, there's transformation. And the dragon card you've got is a dragon called Hope, which makes me really happy as well. It also feels very like this mountainous energy there with this dragon. And I know that from this deck, the lady that made the deck, the black dragon was her first dragon guide, and it was protecting her, it was looking after her, maybe connecting with the dragons in the land because they did want to come through. But again, knowing that you've got that guidance, I know you probably know that anyway because your name is you're already attuned. I don't know if you have ever connected with dragons, but they seem to be wanting to put their big wings around you.
How amazing. And if you need somebody to help you through dragon guidance, I know the perfect person. Contact Laura. All our details are at the bottom. So just some messages from the guides. It says that you've already done the thing. Do you know what I mean? You've already done the thing. You had a lot of routine going on. You jumped in, spat in the face of that routine and said, I am reinventing myself. I am brand new. And now the, shot chaser, what is coming up is just a lot of happiness. You are in for a lot of happiness because you did the thing, and you did the thing that people are scared to do. Yeah. You prioritize your own joy over normality, ordinariness. Like, could I despise those concepts anymore? Bing. So you've already done the thing. All you have to do is now gather all the blessings that are coming your way. And you know what? They're not even huge cards. Like, what you're experiencing now is nothing compared to what is still to come, to what your potential can still sort of take you. Yeah. You've literally just dipped your toe in the water of daring and getting lots of rewards for daring. Big fan of daring.
Me too. And the Two of Cups has jumped out with the fish. It's amazing for the dolphins. So make those wishes when you see the dolphins today, because it feels like going to be such a powerful, beautiful, healing heart energy. Yay!
Amazing. And we've got one final question because we're already running like over time. Oh, you're already ready with a sound. We've got one final question, and it's a yes no. It's a yes no. So that will be hopefully really straightforward. Lady Thistle says, I'd like to know about my future prospects. I'm currently studying massage therapy. Will it sound gorgeous? Will it be successful? I'm struggling a little due to my chronic health issues.
Oh,
Thank
bless
you.
you.
This would be
Okay, thank you. Bless you. Sorry. Okay. Okay, will it be successful? Oh, can't pull. Do you want to go first? Should I go first? What do you want to do?
yeah, I don't mind. It's it's successful, but it's only the first rung in the ladder.
Exactly.
Right? I see you gathering quite a lot of qualifications and skill-based skills. Sorry, my English. A lot of qualifications, a lot of abilities, a lot of gifts, and you're gathering them and gathering them. Mostly over the coming year, but it's actually a 2-year cycle. So over the coming year, there's a lot of gathering, and then in about 2 years, you start sort of receiving all the benefits of having invested such a lot. You've already got about 3 of them under your belt, so you're doubling what you've got. So it's not even a matter of it'll be successful. The real question is when it'll be successful. And that's like in a 2-year cycle. What have you got there? What have you got there?
Yeah, I think I got like, will it be successful? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. That's a yes, wonderful, great. But then for the other side of it, you've got the Four of Wands, which is one of my favourites as well. Again, it's part of the party. It feels like this is part of the bigger picture. You're going to bring together all your magical skills and create something really, really wonderful. So yes, it'll be part of the party, like you were saying as well. But I feel like you're going to find a personal way you bring this all together, and a personal way that you find your passion, how you want to work, that you're just going to get really excited about it. It's going to bring a lot of joy. And then I got the number 4 coming in. So exactly 4, like it could be like this April or next April, but also it's a collection of things together, which is going to be really lovely for you. So yeah, I think it's going to be gorgeous.
Yay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to flash through some of the messages. No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sign off with the sound like we said, and then I'm going to flash all of your messages so that you can read them over our closing credits. So, I was going to do the bell, but I have something I like better.
I've got some bells here, so I think that might be a treaty bell. It's not a treaty bell, it's just bells.
There we go. So another thing liberated from my mum's house. I've got a pestle and mortar that makes the most beautiful sound like a bell. So yeah, I love it so much. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do the sound, give you guys a little sound bath, little sound sprinkle, and then we're going to go out. So thank you so much for joining us. We had the bestest time. All your messages are going to flash on the screen as we're finishing. And we will hopefully see you next week.
See you next Thursday.
Let's go for it.